Tabasco, Sriracha, sweet chili. Same shelf, completely different jobs. We're comparing the major hot sauce types, how to recognize them, how hot they feel, and which foods they actually improve. Here's the fastest rule. Thin, acidic sauces cut richness. Thick sauces coat food. And chili crisp adds heat plus crunch. And later, you'll see why a yellow sauce can burn hotter than a red one. First, forget bottle color. The peppers, concentration, sweetness, acidity, and even texture matter more than whether the sauce looks red or green. The Scoville scale measures pungency, linked to capsaicinoids, but a bottle's number still won't tell you whether you'll enjoy its flavor. So don't shop for the largest number. Shop for the right effect. Our first major family is the easiest to recognize. Thin, splashy, vinegar-forward pepper sauces, commonly associated with Louisiana-Style Hot Sauce. Classic examples can be remarkably simple. Peppers, salt, and vinegar, with some using aged or fermented pepper mash for extra depth. That high acidity gives food a sharp, bright lift. It's especially useful when something tastes fatty, salty, fried, or slightly heavy.
Best matches: fried chicken, eggs, oysters, pizza, beans, and buttery dishes. But this style runs rather than clings. Put it on a vertical sandwich and half your sauce may escape before the first bite. Great sauce, wrong architecture. Choose Louisiana style when you want acidity and quick coverage. Choose something thicker when the sauce needs to stay exactly where you put it. Now, here's where people get confused. Mexican table sauces can also pour easily, but they often taste rounder, earthier, and more seasoned. Many familiar versions combine dried chilies with water, vinegar, salt, garlic, or spices, creating heat that supports food instead of dominating it. Compared with a sharp Louisiana sauce, this family usually sits more comfortably on tacos, burritos, grilled meat, rice, and breakfast dishes. Think less vinegar punch, more chili and spice conversation. For an everyday beginner bottle, Mexican table sauce is often forgiving, flavorful enough to notice, but usually easy to add a little at a time. But tacos aren't always asking for red sauce. Green hot sauces commonly use jalapeno, serrano, or other green chiles, sometimes joined by herbs, citrus, garlic, or tomatillo. They often taste brighter, grassier, and fresher than red sauces, although the exact flavor changes dramatically from bottle to bottle. Green does not automatically mean mild. That assumption has betrayed many nachos. Use fresh green sauces when the meal needs brightness. Tacos, grilled fish, avocado, eggs, chicken, beans, or anything with plenty of cheese. If the sauce contains lots of tomatillo or fresh herbs, treat it more like a salsa. It may be less concentrated and more spoonable. Next, we move from sauces that splash to sauces that squeeze. Sriracha-style sauces are thicker, smoother, garlicky, and slightly sweet, usually balancing chiles with vinegar, garlic, sugar, and salt. That balance makes Sriracha an excellent all-rounder. It adds heat without bringing the strong vinegar snap of a Louisiana-style sauce. It works especially well on noodles, rice bowls, eggs, sandwiches, dumplings, roasted vegetables, and mixed into mayonnaise or other dips. Its superpower is control. It stays put instead of flooding the plate. The limitation is sweetness. On a delicate oyster or a sharply dressed salad, Sriracha can feel heavier than the food needs. Beside Sriracha sits chili garlic sauce, usually chunkier, less polished, and more openly focused on crushed chilies and garlic. Choose it when you want texture and a more direct chili taste, especially in stir-fries, noodles, marinades, dumpling dips, or fried rice. Sriracha sits neatly on top. Chili garlic sauce likes getting involved. Then there's sweet chili sauce, glossy, sticky, usually mild, and built as much around sugar as around chili heat. This is the easiest gateway sauce for heat-sensitive beginners because sweetness softens the experience, even though recipes and brands vary. It shines as a dipping sauce or glaze for spring rolls, fried shrimp, chicken, tofu, meatballs, and roasted vegetables. But pour it freely
and dinner can become spicy candy.
Choose sweet chili for sticky coating and gentle heat. Choose Sriracha when you want more garlic, less sweetness, and a cleaner squeeze. So far, the pattern is simple. Vinegar sauces cut, Mexican table sauces season, green sauces freshen, and thick garlic sauces cling. But the next sauces bring smoke, citrus, fruit, mustard, oil, and actual crunch. Next, we're crossing into peri-peri, Caribbean pepper sauces, smoky chipotle, fermented craft sauces, chili oils, and the extreme bottles beginners should approach carefully. Peri-Peri sauce brings a different balance: lively chili heat, citrusy acidity, garlic, and enough body to work as both sauce and marinade. Popular versions combine African bird's eye chili with lemon, vinegar, garlic, onion, and spices, although recipes and heat levels vary widely. Use peri-peri on grilled chicken, shrimp, vegetables, sandwiches, or potatoes, especially when you want brightness without the thin splash of Louisiana sauce. Louisiana sauce cuts richness. Peri-peri cuts richness and brings garlic, citrus, and grill energy. Caribbean pepper sauces often turn up the intensity with Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers, supported by vinegar, onion, mustard, fruit, or spices. Some commercial West Indian sauces combine habanero and Scotch bonnet pepper mash with onion and mustard, producing strong heat with savory depth. And there's our reveal. That cheerful yellow bottle may be considerably hotter than the red one. These sauces love grilled meat, jerk-style dishes, rice, beans, fried fish, sandwiches, and anything sturdy enough to handle their personality. Fruit-based hot sauces combine peppers with mango, pineapple, peach, berries, or citrus, creating sweetness and acidity alongside the heat. Excellent on grilled food. Less excellent when every meal starts tasting like tropical jam. For smoke rather than freshness, look for Chipotle sauce. Chipotles are smoke-dried jalapenos, giving them earthy heat and obvious barbecue character. That smoke makes the sauce taste deeper and slower than a bright table sauce, even when the actual heat remains fairly manageable. Choose Chipotle for burgers, barbecue, chili, beans, roasted vegetables, grilled corn, marinades, or mayonnaise that needs a smoky upgrade. But smoke can bully delicate food. The oyster did not ask for a campfire. Fermented hot sauces are less a single flavor than a production family. Peppers spend time fermenting in mash or brine before blending. A basic fermented sauce can begin with peppers and salted brine, then gain additional seasonings before it reaches the bottle. Fermentation often produces a rounder, tangier, more developed flavor. Choose it when you want complexity, not merely a louder burn. And one familiar sauce is really a hot sauce remix rather than its own pepper family. Classic buffalo wing sauce combines cayenne pepper hot sauce with melted butter, turning sharp vinegar heat into a richer, coating sauce. The butter softens the sharpness and helps the sauce coat wings, cauliflower, chicken sandwiches, fries, or anything heading toward blue cheese dip. It's delicious, but it's not neutral. Buffalo sauce makes everything taste like buffalo sauce. Chili oil changes the delivery system completely. Instead of vinegar or water, aromatic chili flavor travels through oil and coats the food. It feels richer and more persistent than a thin sauce, making it especially useful when dry food needs both lubrication and heat. Use chili oil on noodles, dumplings, rice, soups, vegetables, tofu, or eggs, but remember that a small spoon can travel surprisingly far. Chili crisp takes that oil and adds solid texture. Fried chili, onion, garlic, beans, peanuts, spices, or other crunchy ingredients, depending on the recipe. One well-known commercial version combines soybean oil, chili, onion, fermented soybean, seasonings, and sugar, illustrating how much more than heat is happening. This is the texture champion for eggs, rice, noodles, dumplings, roasted vegetables, avocado toast, pizza, or plain leftovers needing immediate personality. Stir the jar first. All the interesting bits may be hiding at the bottom. Sambal Oelek strips chili paste back toward the pepper itself, commonly combining crushed red chilies with salt and some vinegar.
Compared with Sriracha, Sambal is chunkier, less sweet, and more direct. Use it for cooking, marinades, soups, noodles, or custom sauces. Harissa moves chili paste toward North African spices, often pairing peppers and garlic with seasonings such as cumin, coriander, or caraway. That makes harissa excellent inside stews, roasted vegetables, couscous, grilled meat, marinades, or yogurt sauces, not merely squeezed over finished food. Gochujang is another paste, but its personality is Korean. Fermented, savory, sweet, and spicy, with rice and soybean ingredients adding body and depth. Use gochujang as a concentrated cooking ingredient for marinades, glazes, stews, rice bowls, noodles, or sauces loosened with other liquids. Important distinction: chili paste is often an ingredient. Table sauce is usually ready to pour. Hot honey is the sweet branch of the family. Honey infused or blended with chili, producing sticky sweetness followed by warming heat. It's outstanding on pizza, fried chicken, biscuits, cheese, roasted carrots, sausage, or ice cream when a sweet-savory contrast makes sense. It is still honey. A heroic drizzle can turn dinner into dessert unexpectedly fast. Hot barbecue sauces combine chili heat with the sweetness, smoke, tomato, molasses, or vinegar character of barbecue sauce. They're built for ribs, pulled meat, wings, burgers, beans, and grilled vegetables, where caramelized coating matters more than fresh pepper flavor. Wonderful at a cookout. Slightly confusing on sushi, salad, or a delicate bowl of soup. Finally, super hot and extract-enhanced sauces prioritize intensity. Some use extremely hot peppers. Others add concentrated capsaicin-rich extracts to increase the burn. Too much capsaicin can cause intense burning and gastrointestinal symptoms, while contact with skin or eyes can cause painful irritation. Taste a tiny amount first. Your ego does not have taste buds. When buying, read beyond the pepper name. The first ingredients reveal whether the sauce leads with vinegar, fruit, sugar, oil, mustard, or pepper mash. Treat heat labels as rough guidance, not universal measurement. Medium from one maker may feel hotter than hot from another. For fried or fatty food, start with Louisiana-Style, Peri-Peri, or buffalo sauce. Acidity cuts richness. Buffalo adds a richer coating. For tacos, choose Mexican table or green sauce. For noodles and dumplings, choose Sriracha, Sambal, chili oil, or chili crisp. For grilling, choose Peri-Peri, Chipotle, fruit sauce, or spicy barbecue. For beginners, Mexican table sauce and sweet chili are safer starting points. Here's the whole system. Choose vinegar to cut, thickness to cling, paste to cook, oil to coat, and crisp when texture matters. Now you're not choosing the hottest bottle. You're choosing the sauce that fits the food.